Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my anime journal. And today we will actually be finishing up on all of the anime I've seen, or catching up. I think I might as well just. There's only 7 anime that I've seen that I haven't talked about yet, so let's just go through all of them. Like, why not? Let's just get them all done with, because that just feels nice to know that it's like every single anime I've ever seen is something I've talked about on the podcast. Um, and it's cool. Anyway, we're starting out with Gambale Doki-chan. I don't know what Doki actually means. Um, Maybe we can find out. Doki, because they're both called Doki. Um, there's like a girl who's named Doki, and then the dude is also named Doki. Why are they both named Doki? Same period. I guess that makes sense. Um, Japanese synchronization. So yeah, I guess it's like they're kind of on the same level. Yeah, with her coworker Doki Kun. Yeah, so that is why they're called Doki. That they're like, I think that they both came into the company at the same time, because there's Senpai-san and Kohai-chan, who are entered the company at different times. Senpai has been there for longer. Kohai hasn't been there for as long. That's why they're Doki, because they're at the same time. But also Doki Kun is kind of a funny character because he's he's like the I was yeah Senpai wanted him too, didn't she? A flirty senior who is known since then is yeah. Yeah, so there's Doki, Kohai, and Senpai. They don't really have real names. um and he doesn't have a face. And that's also funny because he's effectively it is a harem, isn't it? Like there are three actually beautiful women who all want him. Um like all three of them are gorgeous, um and he's like the kind of person of this harem, but he's not the protagonist and he doesn't even have a face. Um but Doki Chan is actually she's like the point of view character. She's the one that we see this from. She's like the focus of the anime is on Doki Chan, but she is effectively just a girl in this guy's harem, um, which is interesting. Like that's not usually something we see. Usually harems are it's like the kind of center of the harem is the protagonist, but nope, it's I guess like love triangles can go that way, but um, yeah, it's interesting and it's interesting it doesn't have a face. Um, but yeah, all the three of them, yeah, like Senpai and Kohai and Doki, they're all very pretty. Also, the they decided to give them all nail polish, which I think is pretty. Like I like that, and I guess it fits in an office environment at least a lot more than in high school, because it's in an office, so like they could just kind of have more adult stuff happening. Like they don't have to just. Well, I guess they have wear similar clothes, but like they're not in a school uniform. Um, That's just nice having a series about adults, um, like a kind of harem about adults, which is fun. Not like not like Rent a Girlfriend, which I guess is also a harem about adults, but it's like I think this one's actually better. I genuinely think this is a better anime than Rent a Girlfriend. Um, well, Rent a Girlfriend is cringy, whereas like say Doki Kun, because he's kind of just so devoid of personality that he's just kind of this object. Uh, because he's meant as like the purest form of a self-insert character that he he has just nothing going on that like anyone could see themselves in in his situation to have like these three beautiful women at work who all want him. But um yeah, like it's interesting. Oh yeah, it is. It's actually, and so the actual it's was it the manga that's made? Yeah, yeah. The manga is made by the same person as Mirror Tights. Oh no, wait, Mirror Tights. Is Mirror Tights an original anime or is it from a manga? No, it's the original. Okay, so Mirror Tights is yeah, Mirror Tights is an original anime, and Doki-chan is originally a manga, but it's the manga is written by the same person who created Mirror Tights, and they are similar. They're definitely similar. If the art style is similar, um, they play off of different fetishes. Also, Mirror Tights doesn't have like males in it. It's more just you have girls who are just kind of sexy for the sake of it, and it's also it focuses on the tights. So like the tights are like so much better animated than anything else in the show. Um, but and Doki also has tights, but it doesn't give them the focus. Like because they're office workers, they do wear tights, but the tights are not the fetish of this anime. And but like I think if you liked mirror tights, then like you're doing yourself a disservice to not watch this anime because it it kind of just plays off of like the same things of just kind of seeing these like sexy girls who just kind of go about their day and you know like in this one it's more romantic like in mirror tights there's no romance um in this one but like the romance aspect of it is also kind of just a setting to give themselves something to like do and be sexy around and they get into situations like they go into like a bar together and that's kind of like just like a situation you just go into these situations that like things can happen in and I think it's interesting because it is a short what is it, 5 minutes per episode so it obviously there's not like a crazy amount of content but I think that's a good thing like if this was like 24 minutes per episode 12 episodes I think that would just it would overstay its welcome like as a short it's better like it would have gotten boring if it was too long so I think they made a good choice of making it short um but yeah if you if you like sexy anime also oh yeah but it's also it's romantic and yeah I guess well it's heterosexual but it's a nice romance I guess like the romance doesn't necessarily go too far but like they focus on it and it's not just a rom-com either yeah it's a fun anime after that I watched Idol I have not seen Oshinoko I know people like Oshinoko um it was rated number one on Mal for like 2 weeks straight, which is impressive. Most anime that get into the first spot just kind of get kicked out like really quickly. So for it to stay there for a whole 2 weeks is kind of impressive. Um, girls are cute. I can't. Can't review Oshinoko. I haven't seen it. Um, but yeah, like what was it? Ruby. I find it hilarious how Ruby does just kind of look like Nijika, but without her Dorito and with like a starry eye. Um, but yeah, that's not what this is anime. This thing is about Idol. Um, Idol is like the the visuals are really good. Like they do a good job with the visuals of just making it like look really good. The song itself is also really good. Um, like it's just a really nice song. I'm sorry, I've given it like I wouldn't say this is my favorite music video ever, but it is a damn good music video. Like even if you're not gonna watch the actual anime it's from, I'd still recommend watching the music video. Like it genuinely is really good. Um, as a music video, it's not like it's trying. Not like the music video itself is trying to say much. It just looks really pretty. It's visually impressive. It's and aesthetically the song is beautiful as well. Um, and after that, I watched Fengling Yushu, or Fengling Yushu. It's or Soulmate Adventure. Um, in English, it it's I don't know. It's not really interesting. It's so it kind of yeah in a martial world. Um, Fengling Ear. Martial arts. Yeah, but it's about martial arts and stuff. Fengling is cute. Like I do like that. the The actual visuals of the show are kind of weird. Um, like they have like this kind of overlay. Like the actual art itself is pretty. Like it looks pretty, and the choreography is great. Like I genuinely think that the choreography is like on the level of um, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Like the fight scenes, you look at them and it's like, yeah, that is visually impressive. Like it looks really cool. Um, but the because you have like this weird overlay on top of the animation that they have like these kind of horizontal lines that go over top of the show, and these lines, maybe it is meant to give like a kind of like a sort of art style to it. Like I know, what is it when you have like paper that's like intentionally like made wet in like a specific way to give it like this kind of visual appearance. I think that might be the intention to give it like that kind of aesthetic. Um, but it's also a bit of like I guess you could say like an acquired taste to have it look like that, because I know on Nine Anime they um, actually use some kind of interpolation. I don't know if the interpolation was intended to get rid of that effect. Like it kind of seemed to do that. Like it looked more, I guess, rounded off, like in a kind of almost crisp way. They're like, oh look, yeah, it kind of looks more like a normal anime now. Except because it's interpolated, you had like these weird artifacts, and it's like, ugh, it's gross. And the subtitles would like kind of morph in and out of existence in a really weird, gross way. Um, so yeah, whatever subtitle group made that version, don't watch that. Don't watch it on Nine Anime because they used that one. So definitely avoid that. Um, you can watch it on Bilibili. Like the anime aired on Bilibili or Donghua. The Donghua aired on Bilibili, but They do make you pay for it. Like, I think it's capped at 720p. If you're watching for free, but also you can't watch past episode 6. So you do need a subscription to Bilibili if you want to watch it there. Or GoGo Anime also doesn't interpolate it, which means that it looks better. Um, but like, yeah, you have the horizontal lines when it's not interpolated, but it's still way better looking. Like, even though the lines might be weird, like, you get used to them. It's just how the show's supposed to look. Don't interpolate it. Interpolating stuff just looks gross. um but yeah, overall though, like, story wise, it's fine. Like, it's just a martial arts anime, or donghua. They go, I don't know, they fight stuff. But if you are the kind of person who likes watching nice fights, um, and also, like, it is a female protagonist, so, like, you have to be into that, I guess. like I like her. She's really cute and she's good at what she does. She's a great fighter. Um, but I also know that some battle shonen fans are against female protagonists for some reason. Um, Although some battle shonen fans don't like females because they're usually poorly portrayed in battle shonen anime. Like, say, Sakura from Naruto, who's apparently just useless. So if that's the reason you don't like them and you want, like, a strong woman in your anime, then maybe this is a good choice. Um, and yeah, like, I do think, like, the fights are good. Um, Story is fine. The art is interesting, but overall, it I didn't really enjoy it that much. Part of why I didn't enjoy it is because I did watch part of it in the interpolated version, which is terrible. But yeah, it's fine. Maybe you'll enjoy it if you have different tastes than me. But yeah, it's whatever. Um, After that, I watched Gosho Aoyama's collection of short stories, which is it's a Detective Conan, like, I guess, just side story thingy. Um, and also, was Conan was yeah Conan is a main character in this, but he's not always the focus. Like, they'll because there is so many different episodes that they actually have. Um, there's 7 episodes. They're different lengths, and most of them don't focus on Conan. Like, most of them are show off these different characters, and I guess these characters are probably yeah, they're all from the series, um, but they're characters that they're not main characters from the series. Like, they're I guess, yeah. Oh, this girl Asami sounds like she's not from the main show. Same as yeah. So some of these characters don't show up in the actual Detective Conan series, but there's also some of them who are in Detective Conan, but are, like, just background characters, or like, they briefly show up, but they're not actually that important. Oh, it seems like most of them are actually unique to this, but we do have, yeah, Kudo, the Booker. Oh, Kudo Shinichi's father. Interesting. But I haven't seen Detective Conan. So I guess some of the stories were fine or interesting. I didn't really like it, but I also don't tend to like mystery anime in general, so that's probably a reason. Um, um, so yeah, I guess I can't really say that much on it because I don't watch mystery anime. I haven't seen Detective Conan. I don't really know. Um, Someone recommended this to me as like a kind of way to get my foot in the door of Detective Conan. And I was like, oh, it's a easy, quick way to watch some Detective Conan stuff and kind of get familiar with the world. But yeah, it's fine. I don't know. It's not great. Um, and after that, I watched Non Biyori non-stop. And so non season 3, and it is an actual sequel this time. Like Non Beauty Repeat was Non Beauty Repeat is kind of funny as being a season because it does just kind of adapt like in between chapters rather than being like a true sequel. Um, but Nonstop is an actual sequel, and um, also, I think this is the first non-Nonbiri anime I've seen without watching it with my brother, because I watched the first 2 seasons with my brother. I watched their OVAs with my brother. I watched the movie with my brother, but then this is like even when I watched the movie, like it was years after I had seen the 2 first seasons, and he told me, oh yeah. So it's 2020 I watched that, and I think it was 2016 that I watched On a Beauty Repeat. 2015. Yeah, so it was 5 years, and he told me like, I didn't remember much about the 2 seasons, and so when I'm going into this third season, it's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother asking him to watch it with me. Like, if he couldn't remember enough of it for the movie in 2020, like, and then this is 2023 now, so this has an additional 3 years after we saw the movie together, that I watched this. So yeah, that also means 8 years since I saw the first 2 seasons, which is substantial. Like that is a long time, um, and but it's still fun. I mean, it's not on beery. It's very relaxing. Um, we also get some new characters. Um, who was or at least I can't remember. Or that they weren't as prominent in previous seasons. Oh yeah, say like Konomi, like it says she was in Nananbiri repeat, but like she's she's just a more important character in this series. Like she shows up more, and Shiri, um, Shiri didn't show up before at all. She's the daughter of a police officer. She's adorable. Yeah, she makes friends with Renge, and which is it's very cute. Um, who else do we have? Akane. Yeah. Also, Shinoda's high school freshman. She belongs to the wind ensemble. Oh, yeah. Akane. She's like the girl who's just like she's like violently shy. Um, she reminds me a bit of Hitori Goto. Um, that and she's also like um, and she kind of thinks like, oh well, you know, even if I can't interact with people my own age, like kids should be easy, right? Like they're not as judgmental. They're just don't really have to worry about them as much. Um, but even like talking to Renge, she's still extremely shy, and then she felt bad about being shy around her. And it's like, man, I can't even talk to like an elementary school kid. um, but yeah, it's she's also cute. She has this like short reddish brown hair. It's cute. But yeah, she's an interesting character. Um, and she gets more used to talking to people pretty quick. And again, like the series isn't about her. Like she's similar to Bochi, but she's definitely not the focus. Um, and she's also a musician. She plays, what was it, the flute, and I remember that she yeah, she has a hard time like playing in front of people as well, which is interesting. Um, and Shiri's fun. Shiri is just a little kid. Um, like she's very happy um, and cute. But yeah, and overall, like the series, I didn't think the humor was as high quality as the first two seasons, but it's still like very nice and fluffy and just relaxing and cute. Um, so I think it's still like a great series. Like if you liked the first two seasons, I think you'll probably enjoy the third season as well. Um, unless you're like only watching for the comedy, because like you could be, but like you, yeah, even if it's not as, yeah, as comedy focused as before, like it's still, there's still definitely good humor in it, and a lot of the humor is subtle. Like it's just kind of out of just the events that it's like, oh, that's a funny thing to happen. Um, but yeah, it's cute. And I'd recommend it. Like it's hard not to recommend something. It's not on Biyori, right? Like it's such a great show. Uh, and after that, I watched BNA, a brand new animal. Um, I, I watched this in Italian just because I could. Um, that like on on Netflix they let you kind of mix and match dubs and subs. So like if you want to watch an Italian dub and still have English subtitles, you're free to do that. And so I decided to do so. um, it, but it kind of worked. Like I don't like, obviously it's not meant to be watched that way, but it did kind of work. Like I think I liked the Italian voice acting. Some of it was so for like the main characters, the voice acting was generally pretty good. Like the main girl, the Tanuki, Michiru. Like her voice is really good. Um, yeah, like oh yeah, like all the kind of main voices are pretty good, but like then when you get into like some of the villains or some of like the just like random people on the street, and their voices just often sound just like really monotone and kind of like not almost not voice acting. It's like, okay, clearly some of these people don't really know what they're doing, but some of them really do. Like, yeah, like her Italian voice was really good, really well done and pretty. Um, but yeah, story wise, and you're probably not gonna be watching this in Italian dub. But yeah, story wise, it's fine. Um, it's about um, so in this world, yeah, they have beast men who are, I guess, kind of like a cross between beasts and men. Um, that they're, I guess, like they are part of the furry scale. Like when you look at her, she's more than a kimono mimi, right? It's not like she just has animal ears and a tail, and but otherwise she's just a normal human. Um, but like say like for Tanuki, like she has like this kind of thing around her eyes, or like a raccoon does. Um, her skin is darker. Um, I think, yeah, no, her skin being darker is important because in like there is a scene where she turns herself back into a human and she has visibly lighter skin than she normally does. So yeah, the dark skin is for her being a Tanuki. Um, but it's pretty. I we don't have enough dark skinned anime girls. Um, oh yeah, and her hands are also like claws. Um, So yeah, like it is an interesting part of that furry spectrum because like say like there's B stars where they're like totally full blown furries, or there's some anime like say like Rocky Chalk where they're literal animals. Um, and there's lots of anime like Nekopara and Uma Musume um, and Komodo Friends and all those sorts of anime where they have animal aspects, but for the most part they just look like humans. Um, and this one falls like somewhere in the middle where it might be like I don't know, like a 2 or 3 or something on the furry scale. Like not like a full blown 4, but definitely not a 1. Um, and that's interesting. That's kind of I guess some of these are more like a 4. like the the wolf guy definitely looks like a 4. um, but yeah, I think 5 is just an animal. Pretty, was was that how the furry scale worked? Was it 4 furry scale? I'm pretty sure it was yeah, like 1 is kimono mimi, 2 is like a little bit furry, 3 is fairly furry, and 4 is like full furry, and then 5 is animal. Um, so yeah, they're more like a 2 or a 3. Like she kind of seems more like a 2. Um, there's definitely some of the characters that are more like a 3 or even a 4. Um, which is interesting. Um, and and that in itself is probably an appeal for some people, like people who are bored of just kimono maybe being the standard for animal girls, but like might not be into like a full on furry. Although like also we don't really have many full on furry anime anyway. So like even if that's what your preference is, like having something that's at least more extreme than kimono mimi might be fun in itself. Um, but yeah, so oh right, the story. That was a tangent. Um, so she claims that she's still human, and she says like she was born as a human. She wasn't born as a beastman. Um, and so she still identifies as human despite looking like this, and also she has a hard time turning back into a human, which the beastmen do not. They have a very easy time switching back and forth between looking fully human and like totally furry. But she cannot seem to manage at all, and um, that makes things hard for her because she doesn't really fit in with the beastmen or the humans, and um, but she yeah, things kind of I guess work out. Um, yeah, it's and I guess that's where this thing comes from, like brand new animal that there are like these kind of two types of people in the world, and she's like this third variety. Um, but yeah, it's interesting enough. I didn't think it was amazing though. Um, like story wise, decent enough. It's like her character. She's I guess she's interesting, but she's also not like that interesting. Um, yeah, it's also somewhat cute. I like her. Her aesthetic is really nice. Um, and also like what was the pink character? There's a pink character who's like really pretty. Um, is he a rabbit? Can't remember. Um, guess there's a lot of characters. That makes sense. But but yeah, it's fun enough. If you like animal girls, probably like this. And then finally, so this I was working on my what was it, Malloc, my anime list anime watching challenge, and this one, Vampire in the Garden. This is the like the final one. Like with this completed now, I have totally finished the anime watching challenge, which is great. Um, but yeah, that's cool. Feels good to have that accomplished. Yeah, this one, Vampire in the Garden. This is a Netflix original. Um, by Wit Studio. Um, and it's it's a vampire anime, and it definitely is. It is very very much gay, which is good. And that is a funny trope of like the gay vampire thing, and it is like this. So the I think yeah, Momo and Fine are the two protagonists. Also in kind of trending with the last one, I watched this in Polish because I could, and being about vampires, that also felt kind of fitting. The and the voices were good. Like I liked like they kind of fit the characters. To hear them in Polish, um, but yeah, Momo and Fine being a vampire, she does have extremely light skin. And but like the story is interesting because like it's a story like a it is a love story, like, and I would consider this to be Yuli. Like it is these two girls, one's a vampire, one's a human, and they fall in love, but like it's difficult for them, like because vampires and humans historically do not get along with each other. Um, but also the other vampires keep referring to Momo as a worm, as almost like seeing her as like this kind of bag of meat. That like why are you treating this worm as if she's like one of us? She's this love interest of yours. What are you doing? Um, but and then like the humans see the vampires as being more like this kind of parasite of like like these horrible monsters that kill people and feast on their blood, and it's like what are you doing befriending this evil creature. um so yeah, that's interesting, but like also like I guess as a vampire, Fine, uh yeah, like vampires are immortal, I guess. Oh yeah, there's a serum as well that kind of like does things as well, but like Fine has seems to like sustain like life threatening injuries just all the time, because she's a vampire, that people are always like shooting at her or stabbing her or like doing various things, and it's like, oh, is she dead? No, of course she's not, because she's a vampire. Um, but there's even times that Fine will lash out against Momo, and almost like her vampire instincts take over. Um, but yeah, it's an interesting anime. And honestly, I liked it. And I feel like I did technically rate this lower than the mouse score, but I feel like it's a little underrated. Like 7.13. That's I feel like that's not quite representative. Like I genuinely did enjoy this anime, and it's also pretty short. It's 5 episodes, like just normal length episodes. It's like about a movie length. Uh, I'd recommend it if you like vampires, if you like Yuli. Yeah, it's a good anime. Um, and also Netflix doesn't have like the greatest track record. I wonder if that might even be part of why people gave it a low score. Like they kind of just almost like unless it's like extremely impressive, they're just gonna be like, oh god, it's Netflix again. Like they're just gonna rate this low. Um, but yeah, it is genuinely a good show, and so I would recommend it. Um, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Which I don't know when next time's gonna be, because it means I'll have to watch more anime to talk about. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.